right, the President has referred Subramaniam Swamy's letter, which means the issue has now become something that the government will have to make up its mind on very soon. Subramaniam Swamy is with us in the studio. He's chairman of the BJP Strategic Action Committee. Maroof Raza, he's also with him in the studio is Col Shivdan Singh, defense analyst. He disagrees with Subramaniam Swamy's position. Maroof Raza, Times Now's defense expert. D Bakshi, General D Bakshi is with us today, defense analyst, and Randeep Singh Surjewala of the Congress party. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, this is an open debate, which means I'll ask an introductory question and then anyone is free to come into the debate so we get the maximum mileage in terms of discussing this issue. My opening question is to Subramaniam Swamy. This is none of your business, Mr. Swamy. It is absolutely none of your business. There is a process. There is a line of succession. The government decides it. There is absolutely no need for you to inject politics into the appointment of an army chief. Your defense.
Well, I looked at the last 28, 29 Commander-in-Chief's elevation, and I found that this is with the exception of one other, this is the only other case where 3 months ahead an appointment has been made. And in fact, it is the only one where in the middle of an election with the new government 2-3 weeks away, such an appointment has been made.
This is the government breaking a rule.
The government is breaking a precedence.
No, is the government breaking a rule? Be clear. Okay, one second. Col Shivdan Singh says, is the government breaking a rule? Col Shivdan Singh.
Government may be announcing a bit early, but he is being appointed with due procedure and in line of succession. He is not shooting the seniority list. And secondly, if government is doing this, then government is very careful about one thing, that the person who's peddling this case from BJP side, his intentions are very clear to the complete nation since 2011. This gentleman...
Who's peddling the case on the BJP side? Subramaniam Swamy?
No. General VK Singh. Actual man is General VK Singh behind the scene.
And the mascot is Subramaniam Swamy now?
Subramaniam Swamy may be taking otherwise, but actual man is General VK Singh. General VK Singh who had some ulterior motives. He first put a DB ban on a journal without any inquiry being done.
So you're saying this has all been planned for a long time. You want to rebut that. Subramaniam Swamy, would you let Randeep Singh Surjewala come in as well? Third voice in the debate. Well, Randeep Singh Surjewala, before you come in, the man in the dock here, Subramaniam Swamy wants to come back on this issue. Mr. Subramaniam Swamy, you knew about this issue a long time back. This issue has been in the public domain for more than 4 or 5 months. You remained quiet.
No, it is not 4 or 5 months.
Oh, yes, it was.
Listen, don't
Since
argue
December 2013, it has been a public matter.
We all know that our promotions are due. I didn't know at 4 or 5 months ago when the exact elections dates would be announced. They were
so come on, so that's
listen.
So were you waiting for the election dates to be announced?
I usually take time to study a problem. I'm not a journalist, so I can't give knee-jerk reactions. What I will say is that this is also one of the very, very few cases where the leader of the opposition was not consulted. In all appointments committee cases, the opposition leaders are consulted. At least the Lok Sabha leader of the opposition is consulted.
I'm not sure there's any formal process.
Sir, I would like to ask very honorably from sir that before General VK Singh's controversy of date of birth, was there any controversy in Defence Forces appointments?
We are not discussing.
We are not discussing that now.
No. I want to know that why suddenly the defence forces or army is being discussed.
Because he wants to make a political issue out of it. Because Subramaniam Swamy wants political mileage out of it. So Randeep Singh Surjewala, yes.
And so does the Congress.
Arnab, 3 short points I want to make. Why is Bharatiya Janata Party acting through Shri Subramaniam Swamy and General VK Singh trying to compromise the institutional integrity and apolitical character of the army? Why do they want process of army chief appointment to be delayed? What are the extraneous consideration and conflict of interest? These are some very pertinent questions that come forward. I want to tell Mr. Subramaniam Swamy, sir, I respect your age. There is a defined process by Cabinet Secretary, Government of India for years together. 6 months prior to retirement, names are invited, background checks are done, dossiers are seen, they are put up. And why appointment is made about 2 to 3 months before, there is a reason for it. All files are then routed through Army Chief designate to the Army Chief. Army is a command structure. In that command structure, there are operational issues, there are institutional issues, so that when the next army chief takes over, Arnab, there is a seamless transition. What Bharatiya Janata Party and Mr. Swamy seeks to do today, and I shudder to think why they are compromising the institutional integrity and independence of the army by politicizing the army. It is reprehensible, condemnable. I don't think so dirty tricks department of BJP should stoop to this level at all. With due regards to Subramaniam Swamiji, that's what I want to say. And do we forget that 2 days before Vajpayeeji's government went, he appointed a Navy chief in 2004, on 11th of May 2004, if I remember the date correctly. Nobody questioned that, because Army or Navy or Air Force are beyond the realm of politics. For heaven's sake, sir, I say with folded hands, do not politicize the Indian Army, do not belittle it, do not make it part of your petty politicking and your conflict of interest, and do not speak for those who have in the past muddled and muzzled the debate in army and are seeking to do again.
Why are you doing, which is why I want to ask you, and Maroof and D Bakshi, I'm coming to you. What surprises me is that with me in the studio is someone who is usually not factually wrong, whose arguments usually sometimes they do, but who don't smack of double standards. But today, with respect to you, Subramaniam Swamy, you are factually inconsistent. Your arguments have double standards and the smack of political hypocrisy.
That's right.
I can prove all three.
You can't.
I can. Firstly, as per reports, factual inconsistency.
Yeah.
Is it true or not that as per reports, the Election Commission on the 22nd of April gave the government the nod to go ahead and name the army chief? So one constitutional authority has already given the government to go ahead. So whatever your
what
objection.
is the factual inconsistency?
Factual inconsistency.
You know the meaning of factual
inconsistency? Yes, the factual inconsistency.
What is the factual
inconsistency is that one constitutional authority has given the government to go ahead. When a constitutional authority has given the government to go ahead, who is Subramaniam Swamy to raise the issue? That's the factual inconsistency. This is despite they have made it clear it's not a model code of conduct issue for the Election Commission. It may be one for the BJP.
I'm sorry.
It's not a model code of conduct issue.
First of all, you have floundered tremendously in using big words without knowing their meaning. There's no factual inconsistency. Now let me speak. You can't speak all the time. I did not raise the model.
You answered Randeep Surjewala today.
Then you asked me a question.
Who has said, no, but he has referred to you. He has referred to you as the head of the dirty tricks department of the BJP.
Well. I don't know. Anything which doesn't suit them is dirty tricks. Anything that they do as dirty tricks is clean. Anyway, we are not going to that. The issue is this. I am not on the model code question. I have not raised it with the Election Commission. I have raised it with the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, saying that it's a question of waiting 2 weeks and letting the new government decide who should be the new command chief. It could well be Mr. Suhag. I'm not saying it won't be him.
What Mr. Swamy, with due
Mr. Surjewala again rebutting you. Again rebutting you.
No, but let me finish. You won't let me finish. Then
you're rebutting me on your first point.
Then my let
Why is Mr. Subramaniam Swamy discussing individuals? Why is he against a particular individual?
Contradiction.
Why does he want
Where is the factual contradiction?
The factual contradiction has just been mentioned to you. The factual contradiction has been mentioned to you. And if you want me to act, you cannot
be so pompous and say anything you like.
All right, you can call me pompous. The fact is, I can
and also ignoramus
say
also.
Fine, the BJP, call me all that you want, pompous, ignoramus. You have any more adjectives yet? It bounces off.
It doesn't matter.
You know that old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Certainly not Subramaniam Swamy's
good for you.
Randeep Surjewala, respond please.
Thick skin.
Randeep Surjewala is responding now.
The problem today is that Mr. Subramaniam Swamy and Bharatiya Janata Party wants to politicize the last bastion of the only apolitical institution, the Indian Army. Problem is that Mr. Subramaniam Swamy is taking sides for individuals. Problem is Mr. Subramaniam Swamy and BJP have extraneous considerations to serve. Problem is that they want to muddy the independent integrity of the Indian Army. Sir, for heaven's sake, for the sake of this country, as a young person of this country, bereft of any politics, I fold my hands and appeal to you. Don't do so to this country. Do not do so to Indian Army, the most respected institution that everybody looks at. In your quest to muzzle,
what is a wild charge?
Quest to promote individuals,
in your
quest to politicize, I think what you are doing is greatest disservice to this nation.
You say all kinds of things.
Yes, I say so.
I say of what you're saying.
I know very well what I say.
There are no wild charges at all.
Well, I'll repeat it.
I have written to the constitutional authority, Mr. President, who saw wisdom in referring it to the government. He doesn't refer every letter.
Subramaniam Swamy,
so this matter has to be gone into.
Why are you politicizing an army chief's appointment?
Why did you do it 3 months before? When every other appointment has been
for senior-most 5 officers of the army to be considered on merit. Why do you look everything from the prism of politics, Mr. Swamy?
Let's get General Bakshi and Maroof Raza in.
BJP.
Who's we?
No, let's get General Bakshi and Maroof Raza in. At this point of time, I also want to say to Subramaniam Swamy, with the greatest of personal regards to him, that not only is he factually inconsistent in this, but
again,
that he cannot back up. He cannot back up what is in the letter. I can prove it to him today. He can't back up what is in the letter. You say that this particular appointment of the next Army Chief, General Suhag, is being pushed at the behest of arms purchase and commission lobbies?
Yes, I did.
Name the people you are referring to.
Why should I name it to you?
Name the people you are referring to.
When the President calls me, I'll name it.
No, name the people.
I don't have to name it here.
You can't.
Here I am raising.
That's a baseless charge. That's a baseless charge.
I am
shameful.
It is the biggest demoralizing statement
Mr. Swamy, that is shameful, that is reprehensible. I condemn it as a young citizen of this country with the strongest words in the vocabulary.
No, this is wrong.
What do you mean wrong? You are no one to judge.
This is wrong.
This is to be judged by the President of India, not by you. You are nobody.
The moral and charisma are two words which cannot be defined by anybody.
GD Bakshi, Maroof Raza, my view is on this very clear that Subramaniam Swamy...
Arnab, can we come in kindly?
Yes, General Bakshi to Subramaniam Swamy, yes.
Arnab, the office of the Army Chief has been mired in controversy for the last 3 years, and we as veterans would, with folded hands, would request that this controversy, this very, very pathetic dragging of the office through the mud should be seized now. We should not raise controversies on this august office. We must get the best man for the Army Chief, because he has to lead the country.
General Bakshi, don't be general.
We cannot have
General, don't be general. General, be specific.
Now let me get
a general
specific.
Should not be general. General should be specific. Is Subramaniam Swamy wrong? When he says that Suhag, he can say Suhag, in my view, is not competent for the job, but he's the current Vice Chief of Army Staff and the senior most officer in the army after General Bikram Singh to take over. You are saying that his appointment is being pushed by arms lobbies. You should either name the arms lobbies or produce the proof. You can't be shooting in the dark like that.
You are no one to ask me for proof.
No, wait a minute. Arnab,
you have not been able to sustain when people have made allegations against me. The one who said that I had cut Muslims to pieces. Yeah, and he said,
you answer him. Why are you attacking
then
me?
You don't address me.
That's a different.
You let me, I will address him.
Arnab, can I come in?
I think it's patently defamatory.
I would like to state, Mr. Subramaniam Swamy may not have personal knowledge of the personalities involved. We know General Suhag. He is a sincere, straightforward, salt of the earth infantry soldier, and I do not think he should be dragged into any of these kind of controversies.
No, you see.
Allegations made against him, have been investigated as far as I understand.
Yes, and dealt with.
The action has been taken. There are two specifics. Now let me get to specifics. There are two allegations. One is dated about 10th of, in the 2010, when he was not the corps commander. Lieutenant General N.K. Singh was the corps commander. And it was said that 3 civilians were killed. It was felt they had been killed in intra-gang warfare. One officer made the complaint that he had overheard somebody say in the mess that these had been killed by military intelligence. I am afraid whatever inquiry has been done has not substantiated this. right? The second issue is dated December 2011, that a raid was conducted by the military intelligence in Dimapur on the premises of a contractor.
I got it. All these issues have been dealt with. No, we are aware of it. No, all these issues have been dealt with. They have been dealt with by the army under their own courts of inquiry. My point is just before the election. Just before the election, I can only presume that you're batting blindly for VK Singh.
That your presumptions mean nothing.
I have heard
you're
that
an opinionated, incompetent person
Fine.
who has opinion.
Here, I want to see a very
which has no
serious
value.
You answer him. Don't make personal allegations on me.
You had said to me, I'm answering you.
I
you are the most opinionated, stupid person ever on the channel.
Which is affecting the...
It does bounces off.
Which is affecting the confidentiality of the nation. I want to bring that issue. When Chinese Chinese president was visiting India in 2012 March, General VK Singh alleged against General Sohag that there was some hera-feri in SFF purchases, whereas our government, there is a...
No, one second. Let me ask Subramaniam Swamy. Is it true? Is it true that VK Singh's relation is also somewhere in this, stands to benefit from the case that you're making?
I don't know anything about Mr. VK Singh's relations.
You don't.
It's immaterial.
You
what
don't.
is material, most of all, is that 2 weeks from now, there will be probably a BJP government, and the BJP government should have the opportunity to assess who should be the best.
Randeep Singh Surjewala. No, I don't think so. I'm getting Maroof. Okay.
Arnab.
Fine.
Arnab.
Mr. Surjewala, before that, I just want to get Maroof in. Maroof.
Say one thing. Okay.
Okay. Arnab, I've heard all the arguments, but let me put the facts in front of you as it is. General Sohag is a good, straightforward soldier, and any man who rises to the rank of a Lieutenant General, Army Commander or Vice Chief is first class. And as far as the Army is concerned, the order of seniority and order principle of seniority works. VK Singh, Bikram Singh and many others in the past have been beneficiaries of that. Only on about 2 or 3 occasions, and both times under Mrs. Gandhi, were senior-most officers, General Sinha being very prominent in 1983, who was sidestepped despite having been brought in from Western Command to be Vice Chief, and at the last minute she put in a person that her intelligence sources said was more acceptable to her, General Vaidya.
And the come to this point, where do you stand on this one,
Operation
Maroof?
Blue Star was handled. So,
where do you stand on this one?
Arnab, the point I'm coming to, Arnab, please let me speak. Point I'm coming to, that when Congress or BJP is saying that we are politicizing the position of the army chief, history has shown that from the days of Krishna Menon, then at the time of Mrs. Gandhi, and successive governments have encouraged the politicization of senior general officers and their appointments.
However, Maroof, I think I'm very sorry, Maroof, but you are also
followed the seniority principle.
Please hear me out.
I would like to say
you're being wishy-washy in that argument. I will ask Subramaniam Swamy directly because nobody is.
Please come to
Subramaniam Swamy makes a series of allegations he has no basis of. He says there has been the holy hand of a Devi.
Minutes. Now you've got to hear me out. The second thing which is very important, all this news that is doing the rounds, that the army's morale is going to suffer if X or Y is going to be made chief, the army does not work that way. The Jawan on the ground looks up to his battalion commander, his brigade commander, and at most his division commander.
Would you then say that it is Subramaniam Swamy's intervention in the matter which will bring the morale of the forces down?
So
would you say that it is the politicization of the issue which will bring the morale down?
The morale of the army is going to suffer. I'm sorry, that is unacceptable. The morale of the army is unacceptable.
He's made an ass of you.
Still went on.
He has. Just a minute. No, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Under a chief who was appointed.
Maroof. No, 1 second. Mr. Maroof.
Bypassed. So please understand that aspect.
You are raising the morale of the
aspect. Arnab, please hear me out. The third and final aspect is that the government, this government has taken 50 days to appoint a naval chief. Then why are they in the hurry to appoint an army chief more than 60 days before his tenure is due to begin?
Now, Maroof, I think I asked a very small question. You're giving a very long reply.
I'd like to come in here. Arnab, may I kindly come in here? Arnab, may I kindly come in here?
But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean General Suhag's credentials.
Arnab, we've heard
General
the
Suhag's
State of
credentials
Nation.
are not
We've
good.
heard the
He's a
long
first-class
address
soldier, and so
of
are all the
Maroof.
army commanders.